Hey, Dee here from D is for Digital. Welcome to today's masterclass. Hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are. And today's masterclass topic is to how to stand out in a crowded online market. Now, if you're thinking of getting online and digital, whether you're in a startup business or maybe you have a business that has been retail and you want to get online, often it can be a little bit overwhelming because you see loads of other people already out there doing what you're doing, and that puts people off. I actually had a coaching call today with a wonderful person who is considering leaving their corporate job to set up a business. And one of the things he said to me was like, but there's amazing people doing this stuff already. Why would anybody buy from me? Like, how am I going to stand out against these fabulous people? But you know what? Those fabulous people started somewhere too. You can't compare where you are today with people who have been doing this for much longer than you. It's just not possible. And if we didn't try new things, there would be no innovation. You can always improve. Even on the best people out there, you could do it differently and you can improve on how other people do it. And the fact that you're doing it makes it unique and special because you are unique and special. So if you're considering going online and you're thinking, oh, there's a million people already doing this, there's no way I can stand out. That's not true. It's totally not true. You absolutely can. And that's why we're having this masterclass. So I'm going to go through, I think I have 6 here, them written down here, 6 things I want to go through that are the most important. And these are based on my own experience of this because I went through the same sort of challenges when I started out going, oh my God, there's all these amazing coaches out there. How on earth am I going to be seen and heard? And why would someone choose me rather than choose this other fabulous person? So it does take a little bit of time, and I think most of this relates to our confidence more than anything, and our self-belief and our self-esteem, so you may need to do a little bit of work on that. But there are things that you can do whilst you're working on your confidence to make sure that you do stand out. Now, the first thing and the most important thing is being clear on your niche or your customer slash who you serve. Who is your customer? Now, most new entrepreneurs, the biggest mistake I see made is that people sort of want to serve everybody. It's like, for example, if you want to have a course on leadership, and these are conversations that I've actually had, well, and I'll ask, so who's your customer? And be like, any company that needs leadership training. And I'm like, no, because in your marketing, it'll be so blah and vanilla. You can't do it that way. It doesn't work that way. You need to be specific about who you're selling to, whether it's B2B, whether you're selling to business or you're selling to consumer. As one of my customers said today, or a couple of days ago, they're all humans. We're selling to people, right? We need to know what people are we selling to. Because what happens when you're clear on who you're selling to, then you can be super clear on when you post on social media, when you're doing your marketing, when you're designing your website. When someone reads it, you want them to think, oh my God, she's talking about me. Like that description, that problem, that's me. Or that person that she's talking about, that's me. If you're trying to pitch your product to everybody, you will never be able to talk to everybody. It's impossible. So when you try to talk to everybody, it doesn't resonate with anyone. It's much easier to stand out when you're very specific about who you sell to. So let me give you an example. When I was starting out, even with what I'm doing now, helping entrepreneurs get online, I wasn't clear. I knew I wanted to help entrepreneurs, but there's lots of different kinds of entrepreneurs. There's female entrepreneurs, male entrepreneurs, what size business, what stage are they in their business, what kind of problems do they have? There's loads of ways you can get specific. And I did niche for a while on expats. So because I've been an expat for a lot of my life, I understand the expat experience. So I niched into helping expats convert their skills into an online product. Like, that's very niche. I could have said I help everyone get online, but my marketing, when I'm doing my copy for my social media, I can't talk to everybody. But when I talk about expats and I can say, this is for expats at the top of the post, and people already go, oh, I'm an expat, I should listen to this. But if I say this is for everyone, it doesn't resonate, it doesn't reach. And you will know yourself. Think of how fast you scroll through your feed on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. We literally run through this, myself included. So you have seconds, microseconds to grab somebody's attention online. And you can only do that if you're talking specifically to them. If it's generic, it won't resonate quickly enough. But when you're speaking out in terms of, this is, for example, a post for new mothers who are stressed out and feeling guilty like they're not good enough and tired and have lost sleep and you don't know what you're doing. Like that, a new mother's going, that's me, that's totally me, right? Tired, yes, I'm tired. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I feel like a bad mom. I could pitch a product to women, but then it doesn't resonate. See what I mean? It's very important you get clear on who you're selling, and don't be afraid to niche. Get really, really, really targeted, and you're going to have to resist the instinct of going, oh, but what if these people, that's too small, that won't buy from me. I'll need to make a much bigger pool. No, especially when it comes online, the broader and more vague you are about who you sell, the harder it will be to sell. If you can get specific and as niche as you possibly can, that is so much better, and it helps you stand out against your competition. Once you've got your niche figured out, you want to know what they want. Like, what do they want? Often our go-to places for us to try and decide for ourselves what's the best thing for our customers, when often the quickest thing to do is go and ask your customers what they want. So rather than try and I see people spend weeks and months and often years, unfortunately, trying to work out and test what their customers want, when the quickest, easiest, cheapest thing is just to go out and ask them. Whether you do that on a social media post or send a WhatsApp or do a survey or do some research. Once you've got your niche clear, it's very easy to approach these people because you know who you're looking for and sort of go, what's the biggest problem you have right now? If we could create a product that would support you to achieve your most immediate goal, aspiration, or problem, what would that be? Let them tell you, and then you work backwards from there. Once you know what they want, your job is to give them what they've asked you for. And this has been, I think, the foundation to the success I have had since I started. Was out of pure frustration because I couldn't work out what my customers really wanted. I went to them and I asked, and when they told me what they wanted, I gave it to them, and it worked, and I made money, and I've continued that ever since. It's that dialogue and conversation with your customers, because it's so easy to do that online. All you need to do is put a post out on social media or a poll on Facebook. It's so simple to reach your potential customers and find out more about them. And it's all market research, basically. But you really need to figure out what they want so you can give them precisely that. And then, so you know your niche, you figured out what they want, you want to differentiate yourself a little. So you can spend a time looking at your competition and seeing what they're doing. And then rather than get intimidated by it, go, how could I do this differently? How could I do this in a way that is unique to me, is very authentic to me? And I've said this before, there's a lot of people out there who do what I do, who help individuals and businesses get online. But they don't sound like me, they don't look like me, they don't talk like me, they don't have my opinions, they don't have my experience, they don't have my track record, they don't have my enthusiasm. There's lots of things that I bring to the table that are D. And there's only one D, thank God, right? There's only one of you too, and that's brilliant. And your uniqueness will be your superpower. So you don't have to worry about being like anyone else. What you have to be is yourself. Be unapologetically you, and that will already differentiate you from all of your competition. And again, this goes back to your confidence. And I certainly didn't always feel this way. Like, remember, I'm a work in progress, and I've been doing this a while. So what you're seeing now is the result of a lot of confidence work. I didn't always feel like this, but I knew when I started my business, I didn't want to have to fake it. I didn't want to have to show up like somebody else, because that just wouldn't be fun for me. And I decided early on, if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to do it my way, because I don't know any other way to do it. And I want to enjoy it. I want to show up and feel honest and real and original and authentic. And that's been the biggest difference in the making of my brand. And I'm not for everyone, and nor will you be, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the people that you're not for. It matters that you show up for the people who will love what you do because of your personality, because of how you do it, because of your values, your goals, what you think is important, will resonate with each other. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, really important that you use your uniqueness to help you differentiate so that people can see, actually, no, I'd prefer to deal with Dee because she's honest and she's straightforward, and whatever it is, people will feel the same about you, but you need to show them yourself in order for them to be able to decide that they know, like, and trust you and want to deal with you. So it's about being authentic, yeah? Being confident to show up as you. Often that's the hardest thing to do when you're starting out online. People get really freaked out by videos. People get freaked out about being judged on their posts or being seen a certain way or being talked about and who do you think you are. You'll get over, you can't let people who think that way about you stop you from achieving your goals, right? Life's too short. You can't let people who would never love and support you stop you from achieving amazing things where you can give back to the world. This isn't always about success per se or even money. I feel I could have let people who tried to bring me down do that, but I decided there are people who require my assistance, and I can't let people who don't support me stop me from helping people who require my assistance and want to support me. Yeah. So it can take a little bit of it's a bit of a journey, sometimes building that confidence, but believe in yourself and trust in yourself that you can do this, that everyone started at point zero, that you're not expected to know everything day one, right? That this will be a journey from you, and you will learn and you will improve and you will evolve and you will transform. And your customers will be delighted to see that happen, because you can become an inspiration for people in your life, for people around you, your friends, for people in your country and the world. Who knows? Like, why not? So be authentic, be visible, get out there, and then do it consistently. You can't show up for a week and then disappear for a month because you've sort of gone, oh my God, this is really, really hard. There's a little bit of pushing through. I absolutely believe that running an online business is a very easy, straightforward thing to do in terms of how you set it up, the technical aspects of it, the process, procedural aspect of it. What's hard about it is we get in our own way. We freak ourselves out. Our mindset starts to worry or get fearful about stuff that is just totally irrational. So the biggest challenge you will actually have is showing up consistently, putting that post out or that video out when it's the last thing you want to do. But I encourage you, you may not feel like doing it, but I remind myself, because I have those moments, that there's somebody out there today who really needs to hear this message. Or there's somebody out there today who is struggling with a problem in their business, and this masterclass is going to solve that problem for them. So rather than make it about me, I make it about my customers. And that also differentiates me from others. And I think it's a cute, easy little tool when you feel like not showing up, when you don't want to be visible, when you don't want to be consistent, when you're feeling about not being authentic. You're focused on the wrong person. Stop thinking about you and think about the people who are waiting for you to show up, who need to see you, who need to be able to consume and engage with your content. Make it about them, and then it actually becomes an awful lot easier to be authentic, to be visible and consistent. And that's how you stand out in a crowded market. Know your customer, find out what they want, give them that, be visible, be authentic, be yourself, and be consistent. If you do that, you're on to a winner. You won't get it wrong. So I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions on this topic, because I know it's a topic I get asked about a lot, let me know. You can always write to me at d@dhutchinson.com or follow me on my Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube, whichever floats your boat. It's up to you. And in the meantime, have a fabulous day, and I'll see you for tomorrow's masterclass.